Hello friends, welcome to this current affair session for CLAT, Common Law Admission Test, October Part 2. I'm sure you must have watched our Part 1. So let me start with Part 2. So the first event we are talking about is this. Issue number 1, famous Carnatic vocalist Shri T.M. Krishna won 30th Indira Gandhi Award for National Integration for 2015-16. So that is what you should remember. He was also the person who won Ramon Magsaysay Award. It is primarily given for the leadership, social development purpose. So he got this for in 2016. So that is what you should be knowing. Issue number 2 is IISc Bangalore and IIT Bombay were ranked among world's top 200 institutions for engineering and computer science in the Times Higher Education ranking. So that is how you should know. Times Higher Education ranking talks about IISc and IIT Bombay would be in top 200. So IISc was placed at 39th, that is 139 spot, while IIT Bombay was in 126, 150. Remember, this is 139. So these are the numbers. Okay, IISc, there is IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, IIT Kanpur and IIT Kharagpur. Issue number 3. New Zealand got its youngest Prime Minister from Labour Party, Jacinda Ardern. She replaced Bill English, and now the new government is headed by Jacinda Ardern. So remember that name. Issue number 4. Very famous financier, American investor, business magnate and philanthropist George Soros has transferred $18 billion to his Human Rights Foundation. So that is bringing his lifetime giving to $32 billion, making foundation one of the world's largest. That is how the news item is. Issue number 5. George Saunders, an American author, won 2017 Man Booker Prize. Remember, prizes are very important for your CLAT exam. So Man Booker Prize, remember we talked about Gyanpith Award in India. This is in the world called Man Booker Prize. This is second time consecutive Americans got it. Last time it was Mr. Paul Beatty for his novel called Sellout. Here George Saunders, you can say, got this award for his novel called Lincoln in Bardo. So that is basically, Bardo is a kind of state, Buddhism culture के अंदर ऐसा माना जाता है that is a, you can say, a particular मोक्ष वाला state है. So that Lincoln, when his 11-year-old son died because of typhoid, और उसके द्वारा जो एक फिक्शनल स्टोरी इन्होंने बनाई और उसके ऊपर उनको ये अवार्ड मिला है. कमिंग टू इशू नंबर 6. गूगल की पेरेंट कंपनी कॉल्ड अल्फाबेट, they are going to create high-tech future city on Toronto waterfront. That company's name is Sidewalk Labs. It aims to turn waterfront area into a working laboratory for a range of smart technology. So that is what Alphabet company's project called Sidewalk Lab is going to do. Issue number 7. Government introduced new financial instrument called gold options for the first time in India. Now it is through multi-commodity exchange. MCX का full form है multi-commodity exchange. There are few derivatives contracts are available. They are futures as well as options. So this derivatives as contracts will allow investors to buy or sell particular, you can say, commodity or a stock at a future date and in a predetermined rate. So let me explain you what do you mean by derivatives. So derivatives are basically financial instruments. Their name is derivative because they do not have their inherent value, but they derive their value from an underlying security like share or debt instrument or a currency or a commodity. So there are two types, future and options. So at this juncture, you should know that there are certain items which are not basically shares, or they are not basically currency, or they are not basically commodity, but an instrument derived out of that is basically called derivatives. And believe me, derivative market is a very flourishing market in the world as well as in India. Issue number 9. Japan Prime Minister Shinzo Abe won a landslide victory in their general election. Mr. Abe had called early election for an increased mandate to deal with the crisis facing Japan, primarily a threat coming from Pyongyang, which is North Korea. His party, which is Liberal Democratic Party, has won a lot of seats, and this paves the way for Mr. Abe to amend post-war pacifist constitution. जापान वर्ल्ड वॉर 2 के बाद फोर्सफुली उनको pacifist constitution बनाना पड़ा था. That means they cannot have army, or they will have limited army, and they may not be in a position to purchase lot of, you can say, arms. So that is what you should be remembering. Okay, so let us see where is, you can say, Japan is. So Japan is in this Pacific Ocean. This is the North Pacific Ocean. This is Sea of Japan. It is near to Russia, China, North Korea and South Korea. So this is what you should be remembering. Let me move further to the next part, that is first investment agreement was signed between NIIF. So what is the full form of NIIF? National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, and there is wholly owned subsidiary of Abu Dhabi Investment Authority. उनका एक पहला agreement हुआ, which means ADIA has invested or has given money to NIIF. So that is what you should be. So investment from ADIA would be some around $1 billion US. So NIIF will get this. So NIIF का full form आपको पता होना जरूरी है. 11-point exercise Indra 2017. It was the first ever tri-services joint exercise. Tri-services, all three services, Army, Navy, Air Force. This tri-services joint exercise between India and Russian armed forces was conducted in Russia in the month of October. So this year 2017 marks a major milestone as this exercise has been upgraded to involve all three military services. Remember, military exercises, joint military exercises, they are important from the exam point of view. So you should remember their name. Indra कौन से दो कंट्री के बीच में है, that's how you should remember. और इंडिया और रशिया का जो ट्राई सर्विसेज जॉइंट एक्सरसाइज है उसका नाम क्या है, ये आपको पता होना जरूरी है. इवेंट नंबर 12, INSV Tarini is on a mission of 22,100 nautical mile circumnavigation journey. It is headed by Vartika Joshi and it is entirely, you can say, female carrying vessel. So all females will be, you can say, navigating around the world. So they reach Fremantle, Australia. Let me show you their route. They are going to, so from India they went to, let's say, Australia, that is Fremantle. From there they will go to Littleton. From there they will go to Falkland. Falkland say they'll go to Cape Town, and from there they will come to India back. So this is called, you can say, Sagar Parikrama. Moving towards event number 13, Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, inaugurated Goga Dahej ferry service, which is called Ro-Ro service or roll-on roll-off service, which is in Gujarat, and it is implemented by Gujarat Maritime Board. So अभी सिनारियो ये था गुजरात में that ये एक दहेज करके जगह है. दहेज से भावनगर यहाँ पे है, so people have to move through this black road जो आपको black line में दिख रहा है, that will take around 360 kilometer and possibly take some around 14 to 15 hours. Now there is a ferry which is started, that's a Bay of Cambay जो 31 किलोमीटर का होगा, है ना, और वहां पे it will be, you can say, having a journey of 1 hour. So that is how it is going to develop. So this is what the important issues. I hope this is very clear. So I think this is what you should focus on, and in the next video we are going to talk about most probable question answer related to CLAT. Every time in our capsule we will bring 40 important question answer related to CLAT. Do watch it. Okay, all the best.